Hello students, welcome to Apna Guruji. This is Surjit Paul and we are going to study physics of class ICSE 10 and this is the second lecture of the second chapter. Welcome you to the rocket series of ICSE class 10s, and in this video we are going to study about the energy and the types of energy and the formulas of energy. So let's begin the chapter with the topic energy. So the energy, like me, as I am shooting the video, you all have some energy and every object have some energy. For any type of doing work, we need some energy. Energy simply can be stated as the ability to do work. Ability to do work. So first thing I have to tell you that the unit of work and energy both are same, and work and energy basically same, but it is the defining technique of energy is something different from work. Work is simply when force is applied and the body get displaces, but energy is the ability to do work. So that is only the difference. So in physics, in this chapter we are going to discuss about the mechanical energy. So mechanical energy is the energy, mechanical energy is the energy possessed by a object or a body by virtue of its rest or motion. Any object that is in rest and or that is in motion, the energy possessed by that object only, that is known as the mechanical energy. And that mechanical energy is divided into two categories, that is, one is kinetic energy, another is your potential energy. So we are going to discuss all these topics in a detailed manner. Though what do you mean by kinetic energy? So kinetic energies can be simply stated as when the body is in motion. When the body is in motion, that energy possessed by the body is known as the kinetic energy, and if the energy is in rest, the energy possessed by the object or the body is known as the potential energy. So first we are going to discuss about the potential energy. So potential energy means simply the body is in rest. So potential energy is again various types. So we are going to discuss two types, that is, one is gravitational potential energy, another is your elastic potential energy. So gravitational potential energy means whenever there is an object, suppose this is the surface of the earth and this is the object is in rest. So the earth is attracting the object towards the earth and it's applying some force, and the body is in some distance. So that rest position, the body is in the rest position, and whenever we drop the object goes down to the earth. So the body is in rest, that energy possessed by the object in that rest position is known as the gravitational potential energy. So we are going to discuss derive its formula also. And the elastic potential energy is that energy whenever we are in some objects we are applying some external force, it will be stretched or compressed. So after releasing that external force, it will come to its original states. That energy possessed by the body in to restore the original state, that energy is known as the elastic energy. So whenever you are stretch a rubber band, after releasing the external force, it will come back to its original states. So that energy possessed by the object to come back into its so the energy possessed by the object but to come back to its original state, that energy known as the your elastic potential energy. And energy required force and displacement. So the energy of that internal object to restore and the displacement by the object to restore that complete distance, that multiplication of the object will be obtained the elastic potential energy. And in case of gravitational potential energy, so simply we can write that W equals to Fs. So here F is the object of mass m and acceleration due to gravity is g, and suppose this distance is the height. So force will be known as that force equals to mass into acceleration. Here acceleration is the value of g, that is mg, and the distance s will be your h, because whenever releasing this force will be cover the distance h. So that potential energy will be mg multiply h, that is equals to mgh. We can write as like this. So the formula of the potential energy is mgh. Remember one thing, that the definition of the energy is different and the calculation method is different. In the definition of potential energy, we generally said that the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its rest is known as the potential energy. But in calculation part, we told that the energy required the body to change its position from the rest position to the motion. If a body is in rest and we apply some force and the body get displaces, or to the energy required to the body to move in rest to motion, that energy is known as the potential energy. Measurement is different and definition is different. So here the definition is the body is in rest, that is potential energy. Measurement is that force applied and the body get displaces, that is the your potential energy. So that is the formula of the potential energy, and its unit as usual, unit of the work, that is joule. So that is about the potential energy. Next move to the kinetic energy. So in case of kinetic energy, we already told about that. Kinetic energy is that the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. But in calculation part, we have to done that when there is a body is in motion, we have to bring it into rest. That amount of energy to bring it into rest is known as the measure of the kinetic energy. Definition is the body is in motion, the energy possessed by the body, that is kinetic energy. But in measurement part, the energy required to change the body motion into rest, that amount of energy is the measurement of the kinetic energy. Suppose we have in kinetic energy, simply we are applying the body is in motion. Initially the body is in motion, so we applied some force and the body get into rest. So here we are applying the retarding force. So the force will be retarding force. And we are multiply the displacement, because it is only due to the work done, displacement. So we have to obtain first the retarding force and the displacement. So here the retarding force means the body is initial velocity, let the body is in motion, so initial velocity will be u equals to will be your v, because the initial velocity is in motion, and the final velocity will be v equals to 0, or we can write as u equals to 0. Okay, or we can simply write that v equals to u. So in case of the velocity is decreasing, the acceleration will be minus a. Acceleration will be minus, because it is the negative acceleration, or we can say that retardation, that will be minus a. So their force will be mass into minus a, that is minus ma, or minus ma. Force will be your retarding force, or we can simply state that in case of this we can simply write that force equals to mass into acceleration, and in that is retardation. So we have to obtain the displacement s. So we have to obtain the value of s. So we know that v square minus u square equals to 2as, or that is v square equals to u square minus 2as. Okay, v square plus 2as. Then we have to obtain the value of s. So here v equals to 0, because the final velocity will be 0, because the body is coming into rest, so that will be 0, and that will be u we are considering v as v, so that will be v square plus 2as, and that will be your s will be v square by 2a. So your s will be v square by 2a. So simply we have obtained the value of force, that is mass into acceleration, and s equals to v square by 2a. So now we have to obtain the value of kinetic energy, that is kinetic energy will be retarding force, your mass into acceleration, and the displacement will be v square by 2a, that is cancel of a, that is half mv square. That is the expression of the kinetic energy. The expression of the potential energy we obtained that mgh, and the expression of the kinetic energy will be half mv square. So that is the expression of kinetic energy. And by doing this, after this we have to done a different thing, that is the work energy theorem. That is very much important. It will be in your examination point of view, it will be of 3 marks questions, that or 2 marks question, that write the theorem of work energy theorem and derive it or prove it. So we are going to discuss the work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. So in work energy theorem it states that the change in the kinetic energy is equal to the work done by the body, or the increasing in the kinetic energy is equal to the work done by the body. That is the relation, or that is the theorem, that change in kinetic energy is equal to the work done by the body. Change in kinetic energy is equals to work done by the body. So we are going to prove this. So that statement might something be different, or the wordings may be different in your book, but that is equal to the change in kinetic or the work done by the body. That is similar, but the wordings are different in your textbook. You can observe that. So we are going to discuss about the work energy theorem. So change in kinetic energy required. So in work done, that is work equals to force into displacement. So we need the value of force, that force equals to mass into acceleration, and we have to obtain the value of displacement, that is s. So v square minus u square equals to 2as. That's why s equals to v square minus u square by 2a. If you don't know this formula, this is the third equation of motion, and that's why we are obtaining s equals to v square minus u square by 2a. So w equals to work done equals to force, that is mass into acceleration, and s will be your v square minus u square by 2a. Okay, so now I am going to separate it. So a and a will be cancelled, and that will be half m v square minus u square, and after this that will be half m v square minus half m u square. So you can observe that half mv square, it is the kinetic energy of the body in final state, and it is the kinetic energy of the body in initial state. So that the change in the kinetic energy, that is half mv square minus half m u square, because if the body is initial velocity u of mass m and final velocity is v of that equal mass m, and its kinetic energy will be, it is in motion, that kinetic energy will be half m u square, and its kinetic energy will be half m v square. The change will be half m v square minus u square. So the change in the kinetic energy is equal to the work done. That stated as the work energy theorem. So this is the completion of the chapter of the second part of the chapter, that is the energy, that we are discussing about the potential energy, kinetic energy, elastic energy, gravitational potential energy, elastic potential energy, and the formula of the derivation of potential energy and kinetic energy, and the theorem, that is work energy theorem, and the proof of the work energy theorem. And in your chapter there is something that given, that the various forms of energy. So various forms of energy are like that: electrical energy, magnetic energy, gravitational energy, thermal energy, light energy, solar energy. So there is various forms of energy, and the energy can be changed into one form to another form. So we are going to discuss about this, or we are there is various forms of energy in the universe, so there can be related. So the total energy of the universe, that is constant. The total energy of the universe, that is constant, that is the conservation of energy, that is known as conservation of energy. So conservation of energy is stated that the energy neither be created nor be destroyed, it can only change from one form to another form. Energy, the amount of energy in the universe is constant, it cannot be changed from, it cannot be created or cannot be destroyed. If it is only can be changed into one form to another form. So I am giving an example. Suppose this object is there in the rest position, that is potential energy. So there is ground. So when we drop the object from any height, so gradually what happened, the kinetic energy, the potential energy will be decreasing, and the kinetic energy will be increasing, because it is gradually in motion, and the kinetic energy will be gradually increase and the potential energy gradually decrease. So before touching the ground, so in this position the kinetic energy will be maximum, but the potential energy will be minimum. But when it touches into the ground and come to rest, the kinetic energy will be zero and potential energy will be maximum. So the energy is not going anywhere, it is only changing. The potential energy is converting into the kinetic energy, and then kinetic energy is converting into the potential energy. So the energy neither be created nor be destroyed, it can only change from one form to another form. So whenever actually this is kind of the conservation of energy. So when I am in class 11th or in class 12, sorry, actually in class 12, one of my physics teacher, I loved him very much, that is Sagar sir. When he was explaining this topic, he also added a interesting thing to us, that is as like a conservation of energy, there is conservation of love also. Like he told that the love neither be created nor be destroyed, it can only transform to one heart to another heart. Because if you are loving someone, you are giving all the loves to her or him. So if the person is got engaged to with another person, so gradually the love with your is gradually decreasing and the love with the another person will be increasing. So love does not created or it will be not be destroyed, so it only can transform to one heart to another heart. So for this class we are ended in this session. So in the next lecture video we are going to discuss the third chapter of ICSE. So if you have any difficulties to solve the numericals of this chapter, you can comment in the comment section, then we can make the videos of the numerical session. So if you enjoy and learn from the video, then like, share and subscribe and comment the doubts to the comment section and share with your friends so that they also can learn from us. So for today we are ended here. Thank you very much. Let's meet in the next video.